Hello, hello, hello. Hey, hello, hello. We have our reading for Libras through Sagittarius, of course, starting with the Libras. So, Libra, if you hear me writing and if anyone hears me writing, I'm just writing the timestamps down, so be patient with me. But yeah, you had a great, I say great, but everything is subjective, so that's why I said great. But your pick a card or no, your pre-shuffle reading came out as the Tower in reverse, which is about sudden changes and a greater lesson right now that needs to be learned in order to break free. So you don't need a certain stress weighing on you right now. It's time to build a new foundation for your life. And this is the position of this card is talking about being very intense and very deep, meaningful lessons. So that's how you're feeling right now. You're probably trying to manage how will you cope with these type of energies, and what you're doing right now. Your second card was the Hermit. So right now you're on a spiritual quest, a quest that has no, absolutely no instructions. Only thing people like me and whoever else you find yourself learning from, um, getting consciousness, wisdom, going on retreats with. You may be doing something like that, like people who, um, I don't know, ayahuasca or whatever people do on retreats. But you may be in that energy, Libra, of just meditating, group meditation, something like that, where you are trying to gain more wisdom in a more collective way, like something more social. So, like I said, maybe going on a retreat with people or just seeking out guidance. But let's take a look here. Just want to go ahead and look into this current situation, Libra, if you will let me. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel to see more. And let's find out some more about this current situation. Okay, immediately come out 7 of Wands, talking about a challenge, a change that you have to make. Feels like you're maintaining some control, trying to maintain control. 7 is the number of choices, responsibility, changes, secrets, something coming out here. Maybe gaining or losing control, like I said, trying to protect something and persevere over something. That's that energy of trying to remember your first card was that Tower in reverse. So like I said, changes, challenges that may be coming up. Let's see, what's the actions here for Libra? Crazy card sounds, yeah. So in order to get something that you've never had, you gotta do something that you've never done. That's my famous, like, not mine, but that's a famous quote that I just love. So, 5 is the number of changes. Look it up. I'm not making it up. 5 is the number of personal changes, personal challenges, going against whatever the grain is, persevering, being unorthodox in your response, having blind faith, walking out on faith, not being afraid to make the change, leaping into the fear, or not the fear, but leaping into the energy of the unknown and unexpected. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. Okay, let's see your outcome. Number 2 is the number of like that harmony, duality. So you always, whenever changes happen, you're always going to, find a way to balance, unify love, partnership, attraction. Those things they come as a result of inner harmony, self-love. So anything that you get outside of you happened because you fought the battles within you. Hope that makes sense. Okay. Let's get something on you right now. Let's see. What's your energy? You. Let's look into you right now. It's like personal attention. So immediately we got the 5 again. We got the 7 again. I mean, need I say more? 5 of Wands in reverse. You are in the place of, avoiding difficulties, walking away, agreeing to disagree, allowing diversity, allowing changes to take place. There's nothing that comes from, a lack of vision, a lack of community, being in too much isolation, or being overindulgent in gossip. There's nothing that really comes from that. So you are the type of person where you're looking at a long-term view. Perseverance is coming up again. You have to be in that energy of perseverance. Letting you know collaboration, friendship is what you need most at this time. Diversity. That's why I said that. So your path. Let's see your path. Ooh, baby. Okay. Your path. 3. Very planning out, using a lot of foresight, insight. The number 7 of Pentacles that just popped out, that lets you know about the level of thinking ahead, long-term viewing that you have to do. The level of expansion that you have to do is very high right now. The number 3 came up again. Obviously I didn't take it, but it was the 3 of Cups because I said everything about community, which is what you need right now. Letting you know that is, again, the number 3. Enlightenment, being different than before. Change is right here on the card. You need it. It's clear. Number 5, changes. So, being open, being expansive to, well, yeah, a lot of growth. Let's see, what's your potential? Hello, in the chat. So I'm getting that your potential is definitely, it's a mystery to anyone who's trying to look except you. That's because it is so intricate and based on what you do next that you're so unpredictable. 5 of Wands in reverse. 5 was also seen on the Hierophant in reverse, if you remember, which is all about being unpredictable, being, being unafraid to jump, leap ahead, and, using your dreams and illusions and, intuitions to change courses. It's kind of reminded me of that movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once, where she could just like push over and, be in a new space. You understand? So, allowing your path ahead to be, a certain mystery is also a fun thing that you can do. So not being afraid of change. So many changes up ahead. Not being resistant to change or being fearful of it. Taking everything that you see ahead of you that's about to happen and being like almost with that full card energy of just being so happy to jump off into the complete unknown, like you diving off into the deep blue sea or something. So that is your potential, right? Let's look at where you are now. It's a lot of energy. Acceptance. You're trying to find that inner peace, that inner happiness, blissful relationships, all of those things, new ideas. You're getting out of that inner critic phase. So you're accepting 5 again. changes. Like, that's the number one word coming up for you. That instability, a lot of people run away from. I'm hearing you leaning towards it because it feels like freedom. It feels like all of that for you. So, where you want to go with all these changes? I had to find it. So, right now, actually, it came out in reverse. Right now, you're accepting, moving on, and where you want to go. You want to move on, try something different, not fearing change, not fearing loss, like leaving something behind. 8 is coming up again. You might be seeing 3, 8, fives, numbers like that add up to an 8. This is the 8 year as well, which is about manifestation, practicality, getting your skills and all of your egos in check. So you're definitely you may be in a place where you never thought you would enjoy this sort of lifestyle, this sort of instability. Maybe you have been someone in the past that is very, rule by rule. I'm going on the path. I'm following the institutions. But with this Hierophant in reverse, you're going against the grain. And you're not avoiding these big decisions. So let's see, how will you get there? So you get there by satisfaction and emotional control. There is a certain power in being emotionally stable, waking up, being grateful. The 9 is that energy of completion. So maybe you've been stuck this whole 8 year in the 8 energy. That now when we move to the 9 year, because if you can believe it, okay, if you can believe it, it is about to be 2025. It may be speeding up, I don't know, but you're about to enter this 9 years. So how do you want to go in there? Do you want to move on, accept, move on into change? A big year coming up for you, Libra? Or do you want to be stuck in grief, loss, and resentment and regrets? You have the power to be future oriented. So focus on what you want to see, being grateful for what you've been through. What you had to walk away from was also a blessing. I'm hearing this quote that says, someone could probably put it in the comments better than me right now, but give me the strength to change what I can and the will to walk away from my need. The will to walk away from the things, that you can't change, and the wisdom to know the difference. Someone else would probably get that better, but I hope you understand the sentiment behind that. It's just, changing what needs to be changed and being grateful for even the perceived bad things that happen. Not being overly avoidant or fearful of change. All right, my friends. Let's get some from this deck. That's a card I wanted to take, but I didn't. Okay. Dreams of abundance. I'm just going to read these 3 cards off to you. Abundance, abundance, abundance. It's like a slot machine. So as you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal because they contain valuable insights that will help you manifest your desires into reality. So, could be, focus very much on your dreams, moon card, your intuitions, premonitions. It said also, like I said, in the card, ideas are also big. So if you get inspiration to do just one thing suddenly, take that action. Gratitude list, counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you to be centered in your heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. What and who you are grateful for right now. So ask yourself that question. Keep focusing upon gratitude and you will discover amazing generosity of the universe. So, abundance mindset. If you think your abundance is if you think your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. Really sit on that. Having those premonitions, seeing those things for yourself in your dreams, those intuitions, is leading you there. Because I'm hearing, I'm gonna read the card, but understanding that those ideas that you have in the present moment, you're having that idea because a future moment has already happened or is happening at the same time, which is influencing you and your actions here and now. That's a very meta, but very deep for an ASMR video, maybe. But see, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. 100%. So I definitely feel that for you. You're getting ahead by being yourself, by being different, generous. Definitely changes, expecting big changes to take place. In the now, mind you. Ooh. One of them popped out already, but it flew far, so give me a second to get it. Just shaking the table. I had to get this though, because this is definitely for you. Throne, position of authority. Bow, you are highly thought of. Spiritual love. So there's something here. When I'm hearing like your team, like all of the entities that are mentioned on this card, that's a power and a force behind you that puts you on this physical plane that you live on in a different position of authority. So being grateful to them and knowing that they are thinking of you highly is a form of spiritual love. Your angels, your ancestors, your source loving you is like a spiritual love, and it really, I can't even do it justice with describing these words. So you may be writing out a list of the things or meditating on that feeling to, cultivate that mindset and that experience within you. So that's it for all of my Libras. Hope you enjoyed the reading. So now we're going to move to my Scorpio. We got Scorpios. Just writing down your time. Okay. In your pre-shuffle, I had the Four of Cups in reverse and the Eight of Cups in reverse. Gives you a little bit of insight into your energy. Very much, doing the unknown. The Four of Cups is generally about disappointment or boredom, and that sort of contemplation leads you to introspection, a deeper introspection that cause you to meditate and ask yourself, what are you stressful about, doubting, or what you need to change. So When you do that sort of contemplation, you are closer to breaking free from a state of stagnation or boredom. It is time to escape the routines or habitual patterns that have kept you trapped. I also got a similar message to this with like Virgo, so maybe you are a Virgo and somewhere important in your chart. But if there are any opportunities or new adventures calling you at this time, this is the moment that you take some time to consider them. So that is your ticket out. That's your ticket out. Looking at the Eight of Cups is also about moving on. Abandonment, abandoning certain set of issues. So in the reverse, this card is about, do you need to process or let go of certain unresolved issues? If you're having difficulty making a decision, think about what you want your life to look like and what do you need to change in order to move forward with clarity and direction. So you have to face your fears in order to go ahead and move ahead in this life, because there may be things that you may not, you may feel that you need justice about, but justice card at the bottom. Maybe things that you feel that you need justice about, but all things will be made right. All is well. So you can allow yourself to sit around and wish things turned out differently or happened differently. That's just not a productive way to move forward. It's necessary. Four of Cups is necessary to meditate and contemplate, but it is very important as well to move on. Eight of Cups. I know you understand that, so we'll get right into what's this situation right now. Oh, jeez. Jesus. Wow. I did say that, but I shuffled multiple times, so I know it came out at the bottom, but I shuffled multiple times. So there may be, as far as leadership or wealth or business, anywhere involving your abundance, it could just be some things have happened in the past, maybe that were definitely unfair contracts, business, something went down that didn't turn out in your favor. There's some Libra energy, so maybe you got some Libra or just some air energy symbolizing, the Justice card, balancing upright, cause and effect, law coming back, law and order coming back, and obviously there's a cause and effect to everything, so that doesn't mean that there are people who aren't out there. Obviously, if there's someone who's seeking justice, there has to be the one that gave you injustice, right? So in order to get back to an upright place, in order to feel that within yourself, you have to administer the justice. The one who harmed you can't be the one that also heal you in a lot of situations. It's just not possible. Some people are greedy or overindulgent. So, and you understand that because the King of Pentacles came out. So you understand that there's a way to be a great leader, being generous, being abundant, being disciplined, and there is a downside to that as well. Someone who only cares about wealth and status. So there's people who think of, when you're a leader, you in particular, you lead with a lot of, balance and fairness and truth. Other people, sometimes you can't speak for them. So what's your next action? Hello, chat. Making a change. So your action is action. Literally, you are full speed ahead. Just your direction. You're departing. You're doing it quickly. You want swift justice. You're not the type that's like, okay, I'm gonna wait. And no, I would say it may be like a spiritual court, like you're holding spiritual court, and you're able to make a decision on this because you're sitting on the throne of life. You make a decision, and that issue is forever off the docket. It's a lot of legal terms. Maybe you're a lawyer, I don't know. But you are very, ambitious, very thought leading forward to the future. That requires a lot of clarity, a lot of action. So you're making a lot of swift progress because of the swift changes that you're making. The number 11 comes to 2. Number 7 comes to 2 plus 7 is 9. So the 9 years coming up, 2025. So let's see, what is your outcome? Once you get moving on this, there is immediate personal changes that take place. Immediate. So there's no averting, there's no avoiding. There is, in this linear time, there's a time to live and a time to, you know, shatter all of that and have it all collapse and build something new. So it's like you can have a Lego set and maybe you built something and it looks so good you don't want to destroy it, but in order for you to create something new, you need those blocks. So when you quickly knock something down, you can rebuild with those same blocks that you destroyed. You understand? So collapse is also fun because you can rebuild it. Okay. Let's see about you. All right, Scorpio. Let's see about you. So you are right now building your own foundation. You're being very controlling in a good way about your progress. So think about this: if your car is going 100 miles an hour, you wouldn't want to not have control of the wheel, right? You can see this, he's like gripping this wheel, kind of like a steering wheel. But you would want to have control over the car, right? So having that chariot energy, which you're moving forward, you can see him in the position of, movement towards the number of progress, stability. So you have to shape that foundation in order for you, like I said, if you're building something, everything has its order, even disorder, which is chaos, which is destruction, that has its own order too. So your path, what's your path that you're going on? So it's definitely one of accomplishment, limitless inspiration, taking a lot of courage to move past the things and control. The number 9 coming up again, number 9. To control the entirety of what you are doing to arrive and depart. So wow, okay. The Chariot card was a card of departing, and the World card popping out is telling you arriving. So it took a lot of faith to go on this journey to arrive to this destination, and just know that wherever you're headed, you have limitless potential. So whatever you choose to discover right now, it's all up to you. It takes control and courage to move forward. That's all it takes. Your willpower, your whatever you have to go on this journey, the possibilities are endless. So all you really need to have is the courage to leave. Didn't I just say something about a quote about the will change or something? Let's see what your potential is. So getting back to this, the number 2, which is the balance of opposites. So the balance of not wanting to change and wanting to change, and controlling yourself, trusting yourself, sensitivity, high morals, courage, faith, walking out on it. Like I said, you're controlling for a good reason right now. You're balancing the balancing act right now. Yeah, that's all I can really say. You know right now that your intuition is leading you higher than anything else. Of all the books you read, videos you watch, your intuition is what's guiding you the best right now. So you're so in control that I can't take the wheel from you right now. So all I can say is that it definitely takes a lot of strength to be who you are, where you are. So let's see, where are you now? Where are you now? Making a change. Challenge is making a change. Like I said, the will to know the difference. Let's see, where are you now? You're on the precipice of a new journey. When's the last time you heard someone say precipice in an ASMR video? You are definitely planning and discovering. You may be crisscrossing the country, the world, going to places that have been, long, long abandoned. Just you wanted to make a decision to leave, go somewhere, travel, discover. Again, you have the number 2. Check how many 2s you've had come up in this reading. 2, 4, 6. So that duality, that balance is coming in really high for you right now. Let's see. Oh no. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? Giving right now. Definitely going on a healing journey. Some people find a lot of healing in traveling and discovering long. So you may be going, I heard this because I said crisscrossing the country, but you may be seeking and searching the depths within you so that you feel differently. Like for anything that you do, discovering long forgotten parts of yourself, that is a certain amount of nurturing and healing that causes different discoveries. So whether you're moving physically or moving things around in your mind, making yourself more stable, intuitive, different. Like I said, the movement that I'm seeing from this could just be you moving around your neighborhood, like walking more. If you move your body, it'll heal different things within your mind. You have some of the best inspiration. So you may just be walking, discovering a new facet of your city. Not intimidated by, not being intimidated by, like I said, crisscrossing the country. You may be discovering new things, hidden gems, wherever you are right now. So let's see how you want to get there. All right. So the way that you get there is by clearing out any inner turmoil. And I say this because you have the 9 of Swords in reverse. So releasing worry, focusing on hope and compassion and strength gets you to this energy of wish come true. And also you have that Magician card that came out. Then you know that, the best path ahead is a clear path. So taking the next step that you see in front of you, and it clears up the path on your journey. It's like the candle lamps that they used to have on the angles back in the day. It would just show you the next step ahead, not like the full path. So get ready for some, unexpected. Let's get some from this deck. only 2 were flipped over, so got our answer. Okay. It is safe for you to receive. The more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. So a closed mouth doesn't get fed, as you can see with the deer. So being open, don't be so controlling, 4 of Pentacles, that you can't be open to the abundance around you. So open your arms to receive